Well, for me, growing up in Queens, you know, for a brother like me, every time it was a curfew, because I went to Catholic school all my life, and, you know, my moms and pops was like, you better be in this house when that sun go down. So I used to have to get really creative, so me and my brother, we started collecting comic books, and we had a huge, huge collection. Actually, before I started rapping, me and my brother, we sold our comic book collection to get turntables. But I used to sell comics to Reverend Run before we even thought about being in a crew. He used to come over my house. I was just Darryl McDaniel. So he would bring his friends from his block, and I was selling comic books because me and my brother, we had the luck that we had. Marvel was incredible because Marvel was like the hood. Like DC was more like, you know, DC. Superman and Flash, but you know, the Marvel characters, the Hulk and Spider-Man and Captain America, you know, they had the Falcon, had a couple of black superheroes in there, and it brought this out when the Black Panther, we was like, yo, is that a Black Panther, a black guy with his own comic book? Yo, we love Marvel, but the transition for me from comic books to hip-hop was easy because even before rap records was even made, I'm talking about Africa Bambaataa, Cold Crush 4, Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash, the Treacherous 3 MCs. These MCs and DJs were like our superheroes. And if you think about comic books, it's always the Invincible Iron Maid, the KG, the Grandmaster Flash, you know what I'm saying? So when I started coming into hip-hop, Run was always like, yo, D, man, I want you in my group because you're creative, because from reading all those comic books, you got a crazy imagination. Because, you know, you had Grandmaster Flash, Grandmaster Theodore. So when we had the name J, I was like, yeah, we can't use Grandmaster Flash, because Flash like that. Can't use Grand Wizard. But yo, we can use the Jam Master J, because he's the master of the jam. The jam was the record, but also the J. So he was like, he's even better, more powerful than the Grandmaster, because he's the master of it all. So for us, the transition from comics to hip-hop was normal, because we were kids with comic books.
Yeah.